Hello, this is Unlock 3, Listening and Speaking. In this video, we are going to focus on words and preposition combinations. And these word and preposition combinations are called dependent prepositions. So what does this mean? Let's see. Many verbs, nouns, and adjectives are followed by a preposition. These are called dependent prepositions. For example, the verb adapt is followed by the preposition to. So adapt and to are used together. For example, it took me a long time to adapt to the new job. This means it is important to remember these prepositions when you learn new words. If you are not sure which prepositions to use, you can check a dictionary. Also, check YouTube. There are videos about dependent prepositions if you want to learn more about them. On page 40, exercise 6 gives you 6 sentences, and your job is to complete these sentences with these prepositions. Each verb here requires a preposition. For example, the verb adapt requires the preposition to. Interact, what? Interested, what? Do, you should remember this one. Pause the video now, and when you finish, come back to check the answers. Here are the answers in 3, 2, 1. People are spending more time interacting with each other on the internet. So the word interact is used with, interact with somebody. When did you first become interested in anthropology? Interested in something. Due to developments in technology, people communicate less face to face. Due to. There are people who complain about the changes that technology has brought to our lives. Complain about something. Complain means when you are not happy about something, you say you explain your unhappiness to somebody. For example, if you don't like the rules in a place, you can complain about the rules to the manager, maybe. Some dishes could take up to a week to prepare, but now we don't have to work so hard. The reason for this is that we have modern kitchens and supermarket food. Now, what would you say about these sentences? And how would you support your opinion? For example, number 1, customs and traditions change and adapt to the modern world. So what would you say about this? I think this is true because if you think about the past, people used to spend more time together and they used to interact with each other more often. They used to interact face to face, but now in the modern world, many people see each other less often because they can use their mobile phones to interact with each other. So customs and traditions, for example, which custom? Well, visiting old people, for example. This has changed because now we don't have to go to their homes. We can just use our mobile phones to talk to them, or we can see them on our screens. So we don't have to physically go to their houses to see them. So this is one example of how customs and traditions have changed and adapted to the modern world. So what would you say about the other statements? And how would you support your opinion? Let's look at one more example. Circle the correct prepositions. If you need, you can use a dictionary to help you. Pause the video now and come back to check the answers. All right, here are the answers in 3, 2, 1. Do you like listening to traditional music? When you search for information online, what websites do you use? Do we always benefit from new technology? What's the effect of new technology on old traditions? So these are the answers. But this is the easy part. The difficult part is here. Now, answer these questions in exercise 7. Answer these questions. And think about how you would support your opinions. For example, if you look at number 1, do you adapt quickly to new situations? Personally speaking, I can do that easily. I adapt to new situations quickly. For example, when I go to a new place, I don't try to follow my rules, but I try to learn their rules, and I try to follow their rules because I don't want to disturb their regular lifestyle. So this is an example of how you can answer and explain or support your opinion. The problem with speaking online is it is difficult to speak by yourself. So if you cannot speak, write. Writing is the second best way to practice the language you're learning. So as a summary, in this video of the second language development in your course book, we focused on dependent prepositions for accurate English, correct English. Now, go to the next video to study some key vocabulary for the listening exercise.